They said this day would never come.
What's today? Monday?
Monday.
All right. It's Monday, July 26th, 2010. There are 99 days until the 2010 election. I'm Greg Howenstein, and this is Iowa Democrats TV. I'm joined today by our illustrious leader, Sue Dvorsky. She is the chair. Sue, how are you this
I'm good.
morning? Good.
I'm good. Ready for another week.
All right. So you got some good press this weekend.
Hometown girl makes good.
Yeah, yeah. The Iowa City Press Citizen, Dvorsky, ready for November. You were talking in the enthusiasm gap, the supposed enthusiasm gap. I'm calling today's episode because there are 99 days until Election Day. I got 99 problems, but an enthusiasm gap ain't one.
That's absolutely true. Well, it is amazing to me that we're down into 2 double digits.
Yes.
So I think one of the things that we're going to see all across the board, the closer that this, now we're down into 99-day territory.
Yes.
So we're moving into election season, and I think one of the things that we're going to see is we know that Democrats know how to win elections.
Yes, we do.
We have proven that over the last multiple cycles. So what we're going to see now,
3 special elections in a row, man.
absolutely, and the general elections.
Yes.
So what we're going to see now, I think, is we're going to see Democrats doing what they know how to do best. We're going to become more task-oriented, and we're going to become more field-oriented, and that's how we're going to win the election. We're going to begin bringing, the message is going to really be focused on independent voters, moderate Republicans, people of goodwill across the state of Iowa who want to talk about the future of the state of Iowa. So the narrative is shifting. That's our job, and we know how to do our job. So
Does this mean I'm actually going to have to start doing work?
you're actually going to have to start doing work. We're all going to actually have to start doing work. I think, one of the things that
I was getting so good with Farmville, though.
I know, you were good with Farmville. And Iowans are a naturally optimistic people. This is sweet corn season, it's fair season, it's parade season. But as our Democratic activists and friends go to the state baseball tournament and softball with their friends and fairs and the grocery store, they begin to tell that story and ask the hard questions. I cannot believe, and I don't believe, that Iowans want to move backward and take the state to a place. I don't think they want to move backward, period.
Right.
But when they remember what backward meant, I don't even think that's going to be a conversation. I just don't think that's what elections are ever about, moving backward. And I really think as people begin to remember what backward looked like, it didn't look like jobs from Google and Microsoft. It didn't look like jobs filling the Newton former Maytag plant with building wind turbines. It didn't look like that. It looked like jobs that families, working families, had to hold 2 or 3 of in order to barely keep their heads above
pay the
water.
bills.
Yeah, people aren't going to want to do that.
So we're kicking this whole season off this Saturday.
We are indeed.
Day of action. You better be there.
You want to be there. I think you know that. And I actually do think Iowa Democrats do want to be there. We have shown this time and time again. When given a task, we know how to organize around a task. So the days of action are remarkably important. It is how we begin to really push getting our message out. We have begun. June 15th is when we open the offices across the state. So it's our second day of action, and our first one was remarkably effective. We are bringing home vote by mail ballots. We are engaging people at the doors. We're doing it for candidates from county supervisor right up to U.S. Senate, and it's the same message. It's a message about progress and moving forward in how we want this state to look, how we want our kids to be ready for school, how we want those schools to look, what we want our teachers to be paid like professionals.
I think I read, speaking of vote by mail, I think it was John Deeth's blog today. I think he ran the vote by mail request, and it was something like over 1,000 Democrats have, and about 40 Republicans have.
Right, partly because this is, these things build on one another. Good policy builds on itself, and so does good field organizing build on itself. We know how to get these ballots out. We know where our Democratic activists and voters are. We will vote.
Yes.
They will vote. We will help them to vote. And that's why I think the enthusiasm gap is really a fiction that's been created by our friends. I say it with quotey fingers on the other side. That narrative really isn't the deal. I think we win by field organizing our votes, which I still will remind everybody are at a 55,000 vote margin in this state. That is a result of multiple cycles of incredibly hard work and doing it better each 2 years. But we never had such a thing when we broke the original drought and Tom Vilsack was elected for the first time. I cannot even tell you what enthusiasm would have been generated by a 55,000 vote margin, for Pete's sake. So I think we get a little we start to take these things for granted. Oh, Iowa with the Democratic voter registration edge, seriously? That is a wonderful thing to start from. Mm-hmm. But that really is only where we start.
Yes.
We start there, and then we get our Democratic activist votes ready. We let them know where they vote if they want to vote on Election Day. We remind them that the weekend before Election Day is a 4-day election. We remind them that the actual election starts on September 23rd. Mark that date in your calendars. September 23rd is when you can vote for the first time. And that's what we do with our Democratic voter edge. And then we continue to talk with our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues at work to really help bring that message person to person, voter to voter, door to door.
Awesome.
That's
how we roll.
That's how we roll.
Yeah.
That is totally how we roll.
Speaking of our Republican friends, you're joining one of them tomorrow at Drake University. IowaPolitics.com is sponsoring a forum. Mm-hmm. It's not really a debate. It's more of a forum where you'll just both be asked the same question. The public can attend?
Yes, absolutely. You register for a ticket at IowaPolitics.com.
I'll put a link below this video.
Great, and there's a link on there, and I'm very excited.
Me too.
I'm very excited.
I'm going to go take pictures, do my thing.
I'm excited to, I have met my counterpart. I have met Chairman Strawn once, and called him to reintroduce myself when I became the chair, but I've never actually engaged him in public on the issues, and I'm really looking forward to doing that because, as I said, I think we have superior voter registration numbers, a superior field organization, superior candidates, and a better message. So other than that, I don't really feel too worried. Yeah. Got myself some new shoes and a new skirt this weekend, so I feel like I'm totally ready.
I didn't get a skirt.
Oh, thank God. That's okay, but you could if you wanted.
I could if I wanted. We're Democrats. We like that sort of thing. All right, so that wraps up episode 1. Sue, thanks for joining.
Thank you.
It's been fun, and let's go change the world.
Will do.